Thank God it's Friday. So, FJ, here, your cheerleader to healing after cheating. And welcome back to another episode of our Friday for Jesus Love Therapy. And I really meant it to be scheduled on Friday for you to spend the last day of the week for Jesus. And hopefully, before you sleep, makarinig ka ng mga messages. Most especially for tonight, napakaganda ng lesson na share ko sa'yo. It's all about peace. All right, so let me just go ahead and double check kung naka-live ba ako sa page for me to make sure na hindi naman nasasayang yung aking oras. Okay? One moment, one moment. Mhm. So, say that I'm live, so let me just see. Mhm. Okay, so I'm supposed to be live on our Facebook page and simultaneously live on our YouTube channel as well. So please let me know if you can hear me and can see this live on your screen. Help me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Just type number one in the comments below. Okay? As I'm actually double checking din if live na nga ba ako kasi wala akong makita sa screen ko ngayon. Mm. Hmm. Okay. Seems like something is wrong. Oops. Let me just go ahead and check here from the page. Hmm. Okay. If you can hear me loud and clear, paki-comment naman ng number one in the comments para malaman ko na narinig mo ako. Kasi, okay, let me go ahead and can see here sa page. Hmm. Is my sound okay? Hmm. If you can hear me, can see here. Okay. All right. So, I guess I guess naririnig naman ako kasi I checked on my end here and I heard myself. So, tonight I'll talk about how to have peace of mind. And before you learn more about tonight's lesson, I'd love to also hear from you if you are ready. Okay? Paki-comment naman ng word na ready below. Okay? So it's Ready. I bet alam mo yung spelling ng word na ready. Okay, para malaman ko lang na ready ka na for tonight's lesson. So, I actually felt like it's high time to share this kind of lesson kasi alam mo ba, I always hear this question sa email. I always receive it and also from personal messages. So, I guess it's really high time na sagutin ko up straight and live yung question na 'to. Coming from me who was once as well a prostituted woman. So, and I bet na yun talaga yung number one na laging gusto ng nakaka-experience ng depression, lalo na after infidelity. So, gusto nila magkaroon ng peace of mind. Okay? So, if you're watching from our Facebook page, it would really be helpful as well if you tag a friend that you feel like siguro yung friend ko na 'to, eh, baka makaka-learn from this lesson. And if you're watching as well from our YouTube channel, kasi we're actually simultaneously broadcasting through our YouTube channel as well. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to keep learning with us. So I feel like, nako, magsasabi na ako nito ngayon ng mga words na ganito. Kasi siguro if if you're going to share it to a friend, you might never know that you're saving a life. And also, it would mean a lot to me now when you share this video to a friend that who needed our help. So it would also mean that you find value in what I do here for this, for Jesus Love Therapy, or FJ Love Therapy. So it's a very simple thing of letting me know when you share the word to maybe a friend or anyone na feeling mo nangangailangan, okay? And if you're ready right now, to you who's watching right now live with me, if you're ready, comment READY below. Comment ready, the word ready, for me to know that you are really ready to hear already what I'm actually about to share about how to have peace of mind, okay? So you can tag your friends, tag people, and share this live as well to your friends, maybe after or maybe in the middle, okay, for them to might as well engage with us here. And syempre, it's very, para hindi naman ano, hindi naman masayang yung oras natin dito, okay? So anyway, I can see, okay, I hope you can hear me live. I can hear, I can see, sabi ni Agrippina, ready. Oo. Okay, sabi niya ready na rin siya. So may mga nanonood ngayon from YouTube as well. Okay. So si Mayan, okay, she's from YouTube. Okay, sabi niya ready na rin daw siya. Okay? So we're actually simultaneously broadcasting through our YouTube channel, and there you are. All right. So from our Facebook naman, okay, so let me see. I can it's actually ano, loading. Okay. So from our Facebook naman, I can see here, okay, si Agrippina and si Emmy ready na rin sila. Okay. I'm glad you're tuning in. All right. So napaka-importante sa akin ng topic na to ngayong gabi. This month is a love month, and since we're talking about healing after cheating, I know napaka-importante sa'yo ng peace of mind. Okay? And that's mainly the reason why I am actually airing this topic. And as you can see, we're live. We're doing this live para hopefully ma-apply mo yung matutunan mo rito. Okay? So I hope you can stay tuned until the very last minute. All right? So syempre, bakit nga ba unang-una, why would you need to have peace of mind? Okay? So it's very, very important for you to have peace of mind kasi, like for example, if ikaw ay isang nanay, maybe you're already having some anger issues. I'm receiving some emails that nasisigawan na rin niya yung mga anak niya, and medyo naiinis siya kung nagsho-shout daw yung mga anak niya, okay? Hindi niya makontrol yung anger issues niya, and it's actually an effect of you not having a peace of mind. So naaapektuhan pati yung parenting mo, okay? And some also would tell me na it's true, hindi na maka-focus sa trabaho. Alright? So, ganun ka-importante ang peace of mind. Siyempre, if hindi ka maka-focus sa trabaho, what will be the next one? Imbis na may promotion, eh, hindi ka ma-promote. Or imbis na productive ka, you can't be productive at work. Okay? And you would also lose your identity because of the new you that is manifesting sa maybe sa trabaho mo, sa bahay. So, it's not anymore. You feel like, parang hindi na to ako, parang ibang tao na. Yung nasa yung kausap mo, yung mga katrabaho ko, ng mga kapamilya ko. Okay? Kasi nga, easily triggered ka. And your mind can't function well. So, that's really one of the importance ng peace of mind, okay? And ano nga ba yung peace of mind? Okay? So, peace of mind, kung sa Google pa, that is the absence of mental stress or anxiety. Meaning, if madalas kang ma-stress at madalas kang worried or full of anxiety, then wala kang peace of mind. Okay? So, if something then gives you peace of mind, kung maybe you're asking me, Sis FJ, paano malalaman kung may peace of mind na ako? So, if something gives you peace of mind, now that thing helps you to stop worrying. So, tinutulungan ka ng isang bagay na yan na hindi na mag-worry from any particular problem or maybe difficulty that you're currently experiencing. So, and alam mo, alam mo na may peace of mind ka. I guess I've mentioned this one many times. You know that you have peace of mind when at the end of the day, you know that you're actually, wait lang. Okay. You know that you have peace of mind when at the end of the day, you're not guilty over something. Okay? And you know that you're doing the right thing. So, siyempre kung feeling mo may ginagawa kang, hindi kaaya-aya, wala ka talagang peace of mind, hindi ba? So, yun and alam mo yung parang hindi ka pinapatulog kasi parang you can't do something that is really really more beautiful because of what you're currently experiencing. All right? So, again, when you're guilty over something, then wala kang peace of mind. So, I wanna share to you my story of how I've survived this kind of dilemma. Okay? And kung anong klase yung story na hindi nagpatulog sa akin. Okay? So, most of you here, every time na may receive ako na message or bago na naka-follow sa page or maybe uh, mga bagong email subscribers or yung talagang naka-visit sa page because there's someone who shared the page to them. So, you notice that I normally share information out of a perspective ng isang wife or isang asawa. Pansin mo ba yon? Okay? And I guess it's not an accident na halos lahat ng mga students ko ay married. Okay? So, kasal. The thing is, normally, you would ask me or message me na, "Sis FJ, kamusta na kayo ng husband mo? FJ, ano yung ginawa mo para maging okay yung relationship mo sa husband mo?" So, most of the time, the perception is, I'm already married, okay? And I would love to correct that right now, live with you. So, sa hindi nakakaalam or sa hindi naka-follow sa emails, okay, I've actually shared this sa emails, I guess many times, that I am actually not married, okay? So, I'm a single mom, but actually, uh, okay? So, I'm going to share my story in a bit. Wait lang, check ko lang sa ano, sa back end. All right. I wanna share this one para sa clarity, for clarity. Okay. So, hindi nakikita dito sa ano, sa tool. Alright. Bakit hindi nakikita? I can't see the the engagement here. Okay. Hmm. Hello to everyone who are actually live with me ngayon. All right. So, here's my story way back 2019. Okay. Lord help me to share my story well. Okay. So, way back 2019, that was the third quarter. I have I actually had been a runaway mom. Okay, siguro sa mga naka-follow ng matagal sa Facebook page natin and through the emails, you knew my story well, right? Siguro alam mo yung story ko well. So, I had been a runaway mom kasi nga that was the time that I have already exploded. Hindi ko na kaya. Oh, mga ganung mga moment. Okay. So, and that was the time when I finally decided to come home. Okay? To seek the help of my family. So, ilang buwan ko ring tinago yung betrayal kasi the fact is siyempre mahal ko yung papa ng anak ko and I wanna protect him. It was our agreement that I needed to protect him and I really wanted to protect him as well. Pero kapag matagal mo palang tinatago yung isang bagay na hindi nagpapatulog sa'yo na alam mo yung marami ka palang mare-realize na mga emotions like you begin to compare yourself with any other woman out there and you actually try to aside from comparison, you'll have lots of questions. Hindi ba ako naging enough? Hindi ba ako kamahal-mahal? Kapalit-palit ba ako? Naks, mga questions na maybe natanong mo rin sa sarili mo. 'Di ba? So, and more pa na mga questions na, alam mo, yung talagang, wawasak sa puso't isip mo. And then, so that was the time when, actually that same year, binigyan ko rin ulit ng chance yung papa ng anak ko, okay. So, just for transparency, I have forgiven him, easily as well. So, gumawa rin naman si Lord ng ways noon para ma-acknowledge ko yung effort din niya. And, there, we actually we actually had been okay, okay? Hello, Majo, I'm glad you're tuning in. Hindi ko nakikita dito sa tool ko sa back end yung, comment sa Facebook. Okay, anyway, so you listen to my chika na lang. Okay, good evening sa lahat na naka-tune in. Okay, so I'm really going to be naked here and be bold with you, but I'm not going to of course remove my clothes saying that I'll be naked. It's not literal na nakedness, ano. So, naked means actually be going to be naked in sharing to you my story. Sa mga estudyante ko na narito ngayon live with me, so alam na nila yung story ko, but I actually, uh, I'm also glad that you're here kasi maybe you'll learn another thing from this live FJ or FJ for Jesus Love Therapy. Okay. So anyway, so going back to my story, and that was actually very fast. It happened like parang a flash, like 2019, na naging okay kami ulit ng papa ng anak ko. And fact is, mabuting tao yung papa ng anak ko. He's a responsible father, a good provider, and really he's really a strong one. Even he also is a loving son and mapagmahal din na kapatid. Okay? So, if I'm going to compare even my story with the story of my students, talagang masasabi ko na siguro if we're going to compare yourself naman, you need to compare yourself sa mas malala yung nangyari compared sa'yo, 'di ba? Pero I would love to be clear about this, that you should not compare your situation with anyone else. Bakit? Iba-iba tayo ng pain tolerance. When it comes to healing, you maybe have lower tolerance sa pain compared to this person na feeling mo eto si kumare, na-cheat din pero bakit chill-chill lang siya? Kasi mas mataas yung pain tolerance tolerance niya. puwedeng, mula pagkabata, extreme na pain yung napagdaanan niya. That is why when it comes to handling her relationship struggle, medyo mas strong na siya compared sa'yo, okay? And kung ikaw naman, bago lang nasaktan at talagang wagas na umibig, talagang never been kissed, never been touched by anyone, at talagang naging faithful sa husband mo, and boom, talagang wala, you have discovered about the betrayal, mawawasa ka talaga. Kasi siyempre wala ka na ibang minahal kundi siya lang, 'di ba? And, ramdam kita sa mga case na 'yan, alright? So, talagang feeling mo nakakabaliw. Bakit nakakabaliw, Sis FJ? Yun talaga yun, hindi lang naman ikaw nag-iisa. So, same lang tayo ng mga pinagdaanan. So, and that was actually, since 2019 before pandemic, naging actually I went back, okay? We became okay, pero hindi actually ako talagang, nagbalot ulit ng mga gamit ko pauwi dun sa area nila. Bakit? Because at that time, 2019 pa lang may conviction na si Lord sa akin. And, my students knew about this. The conviction is to really avoid premarital sex. Kasi that was the time when I was beginning to dig deeper sa words ni Lord. So, nag 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 ano ba 'yan, parang nawawala ako. So I went deeper. I studied God's words deeper. I learned deeper about the principles inside marriage. And, even before before kami naging okay, is talagang napag-uusapan na namin yon, okay? Pero naging marupok yung lola niya. So, because also na may anak kami, so medyo naging challenging sa akin kasi siyempre if you love someone, it would be it would be challenging to say no. And, lalo pa at yung conviction is even after na nangyari sa amin and may anak na kami. So, it's like him telling me na, "Ngayon ka pa hindi na hindi ka na virgin, may anak na tayo." So, that was one, sentence that really turned my world upside down. And at that time, I asked God, Lord, I want to win the father of my son. I want him to know you deeper. And so, if I'm going to walk away from him and really make him feel unloved, so how can I make him draw closer to you? And, that was a time na I felt like I needed to compromise God's calling for me. Ano ba? Bakit parang maiiyak na ako? Anyway, so that was a time that I felt like I needed to compromise. And then after I did it, it didn't turn out well. Bakit? Walang araw na ginawa ang Diyos after that na hindi ako nagkakaroon ng guilt feelings. Because since 2019 pa lang, the conviction was already strong. And so I tried to really manage my emotions. And a lots of things also happened after 2019. Pandemic came. Alam mo yung bakit mm, grabe yung mga case na nangyari. There was pandemic, and then there was problems with, my very own family, okay, with my siblings. And, yun, our father died. Okay? So, before he died, so grabe yung sakit na pinagdaanan niya, and, I needed to apply my counseling skills sa pamilya ko. So, out of all those toxic situations, I learned a lot, okay? I learned a lot talaga. So, out of the painful past, talagang grabe yung conviction sa akin ni Lord to do the right thing always. And, I've connected lots of dots. And, this story that I'm actually sharing is not really known to everyone that I know. Hindi nga alam ng iba kong mga friends or kakilala na I actually I actually imposed extreme boundary sa akin at sa papa ng anak ko. So, way back 2022, last year. That was before my birthday, very same month. That was February, before Love Month. And I would never forget how God convicted me to finally do something that really would need to change my life. So last year, that was February, I had this strong instruction from the Lord to do fasting. Sa mga deeper na nagfa-follow kay Lord about Christianity, okay? For those serving as well inside the church, may mga followers ako dito sa page na asawa ng pastor, okay? Recently, just this week, if I'm not mistaken, na may ka-chat ako na mga na-cheat din na wife ng pastor. Okay, dalawa sila. So, I'm sure they know about the context of fasting. So that was last year. I did full fast for 7 days. You know, when you're doing fasting, it's even written in the Bible that you should not broadcast it to anyone. You should not actually you say it para hindi nila makita na nagfa-fast ka. And yeah, I actually did fasting. Only my family knew about it. And when I actually did the fast, and there was, you know, it was 7 days full fast. That was my first time to do fasting. That was the first, and I did it full fast. So sa mga nakapag-experience ng fast dito, na-experience mo na ba yun na hindi ka kumain ng 7 days? Walang laman yung tiyan mo for 7 days. I only drank water. Okay. And my spirit, yun yung nangibabaw sa mga panahon na yun. Maybe it's a deeper context that maybe you do not understand right now. Pero ganon yung naging naging ways ko last year. So when I did full fast, I heard the very strong conviction really convicting me to finally impose his instruction to me since 2019 pa. And so I was actually in pain. I knew the effect of it sa papa na anak ko. But even before that, we actually already had lots of arguments, mixed emotions as well, dahil sa ups and downs ng emotions ko rin. Dahil nga, halos everyday guilty ako. Okay? So, I knew as well that marriage is not the solution to our problem. As I study our relationship, there's really a lot that needed to heal, not only on my side at that time, but also on his side. And when you know someone, you might really not believe already what she's saying, all because there is that spirit of familiarity. And I knew for a fact na it's not already within my control. Okay? So, and that is why I followed the personal healing journey. Kasi I also acknowledge that when we actually had the comeback, that is actually not the ideal ones, even not in line to what I teach right now when it comes to couples counseling. So I knew that there was really something wrong. I knew that there are steps that should be taken pa before the comeback. So I've only discovered it after now while I was journeying with my personal healing. And that's why it's very important to learn from the mistakes of others as well. So dahil nga wala akong peace of mind, I'm almost guilty always, okay? Guilty of not abstaining from what is instructed to me. So finally, last year, that was before my birthday, I actually had that conviction, a very, very strong one, a bold one, to finally hindi na maging marupok. And I actually I actually shared the conviction to the father of my son face to face. And it was the very first time I saw him with really tears on his eyes. So, hindi ko alam actually yung yung exact pain, hindi ko ramdam yung exact pain, but I knew he was hurting so bad. So, up until today, okay? So, there is actually so much pain that I know he is actually experiencing, pero that's not anymore of my control. And whatever is his decision, after I followed the greatest conviction sa akin ni Lord, so I acknowledge na out of my control na rin yun. Okay? So, no relationship is perfect. And I know he is actually a good father. He's he did his best as well. And to cut the story short, so currently we're actually not in good terms when it comes to our relationship. But the best thing naman is up until today, I have really maintained the peace that I deserve. Okay? So sometimes it's so hard that you needed to sacrifice something just because of the conviction that you have within you. It's so challenging to follow God's calling. Kasi sino ka ba naman? I felt like sino ba naman ako para hindian si Lord na yun yung instruction sa akin. It had been years of compromising, and now I needed to not compromise na. So that was the backstory that I had when it comes to really following deeper God's instruction to me. And this story is actually not secret to my students. They had been with me through my highs and my lows as well, and I had been with them too. So I'm grateful, I'm beyond grateful that as much as they're learning from me, I'm also learning from their story. And as much as I comfort them, they also comfort me. And that's the beauty when you have this family na hindi mo man nakikita, pero nararamdaman mo yung pagmamahal. Pagmamahal ng parang isang tunay na kapatid. Okay? So, now maybe you'll ask me, so how to have peace of mind, FJ? Okay? So, when you have when you want peace of mind, you need to learn to say no. You need to learn to say no, maybe to things, to people, to some situations, and to any circumstance na alam mong magbibigay sa'yo ng worry, magbibigay sa'yo ng guilt feeling. You need to take a risk when you want peace of mind. Pero case-to-case basis yan. In my case, I'm not married. Sa mga case na students ko, I also have somehow different take for them. Okay? And in my case, I'm sharing to you my story right now for you to learn something from me. May mga followers dito sa page na single parents, may mga followers na hindi married, and so I want them to learn from my own story as well. So for those who are married, my students are almost married. So I knew I knew as well na iba-iba rin tayo ng roadmap to healing. Iba-iba ng path and conviction. Okay? So how can you have peace of mind? Then when you know that you're following your inner voice, and that voice within you is really according to God's standards, and when you don't conform to the standard of the society, the standard of men, but when you conform to God's standards, then you understand that you're doing the right thing. Okay? So, hindi kailangan na happy ka, pero hindi naman siya aligned sa principle na talagang principle according sa words ni Lord. And when you have that vision for yourself, then when the vision is clear, the results will appear. When you know that you want peace of mind badly, then you know that you needed to do the right steps para ma-attain yung desire ng puso mo. Okay? So, let me go ahead and see. Okay. So, anyway, kumusta naman kayo? Okay, so bukas ng umaga, okay, magla-live ulit ako sa Godly Builders Hub. Hello, hello to everyone still live with me right now. So, ganun na naman kasimple eh. When it comes to peace, all you needed to do is just do the right thing. You will really know that you're achieving the roadmap to healing and to peace when, again, alam mo that you're following the principles and walang guilt feeling sa puso mo. So, I hope this very simple thing, like based on my story, nagbigay ng liwanag sa puso mo ngayon. Okay? And sabi nga sa Bible, sabi ni Jesus, when it comes to peace, even after his death, I've mentioned this one sa students ko sa Godly Builders therapy namin nung nakaraan. Okay? That was day day 20 ba yun or day 21? Okay? So, when it comes to peace, after Jesus' ascension, when he resurrected from the dead, okay, three times niyang binigay ang message na ano, na about peace. Peace be with you. Okay? So, peace I leave you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. Sabi nga rin sa John 14:27. Okay? So, yun lang. I guess wala na akong ibang idadagdag kasi ang gusto ko lang naman ngayon i-share sa'yo is all about peace eh. All about peace and napaka-short lang naman na topic yung peace when it comes to peace, to personal healing. Pero alam mo ba, when it comes to peace sa relationship, marami ang pagdadaanan if you're going to undergo with healing as a couple. And even after like the path that I took, still there are lots of circumstances that might affect your peace. Like when it comes to parenting, how are you going to manage co-parenting? How are you going to really communicate, lalo na when there's still a lot of pain from either side. So the very first an important thing lang na need mong maintindihan always is you need to protect your peace. Okay? And if possible naman na mapag-usapan ng isang bagay, okay? So, hindi na pwedeng pagtalunan pa. Pag-usapan na lang. I had also mixed emotions while healing. Like, may mga panahon na talagang naging toxic rin in the past. Yung the way I handled my emotions. I acknowledge I had not been perfect. Even until today, hindi nga rin ako perfect until today. Pero ang kagandahan lang is when you are acknowledging God's presence sa buhay mo and when you have finally had that holistic healing is you would begin to humble yourself and acknowledge as well na kung may humility na sa puso mo, siguro minsan nakikita mo na parang yung mga post is parang, you know, it's all about pain. But I want you to know that healing is really totally connected to peace. When you are totally healed, may peace of mind ka talaga. So, yun yung number one na need mong i-attain. And if you feel like napakahirap para sa relationship mo ang magkaroon ng relationship again, so maybe sa husband mo, then at least you can have your own personal healing. Okay? So anyway, hindi ko na siguro patatagalin pa. Do you have any question sa mga live pa with me right now? So, how do you protect your peace? How do you manage and protect your peace? I wanna know. Let me see. Let me refresh my screen. Oo. So si Agrippina, she shared our video. Thanks for sharing. Okay. I actually intend to have a short live therapy for this evening lang naman. So, I hope na may natutunan ka, maybe just a thing or two out of my story. So, if you can see me right now na nakakangiti na ako, and that's really all because of the beauty of peace and God's presence, and the personal healing that is also really coming from God's promises. 'Di ba, naks? Okay. So you don't need to compare as well your relationship with mine, just like what I always tell my students. I don't compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 10. Okay? Maybe you have heard that quote as well. So stop comparing yourself, and stop comparing yourself with anyone that you can see on social media, kasi you never know ano yung pinagdadaanan nila, right? And I pray for you that yung peace of mind talaga yung manguna sa puso mo lagi. Kasi napaka-importante niyan. You cannot really function without the peace of mind. And maybe if you're actually with your husband right now, wala ka talagang peace of mind kung magpapaapekto ka sa bagay na hindi mo kontrolado. Okay? Like for example, your husband is still lantara na nakikipag-affair sa kabit niya, or maybe sa kahit sino, then you cannot control that thing. What you can control is only your own emotions. You can manage your own emotions, and you can manage the change that is happening sa buhay mo. So one thing that I always remind my students is, don't punish yourself, okay? They should not punish themselves for the decision na hindi naman sila ang nagkokontrol. Okay? Kaya nga, when it comes to personal healing, you can easily attain it. Bakit? Ikaw lang yung mag-isa yung gagawa nun para sa sarili mo. But when it comes to healing as a couple, kung example na gusto mong magkabalikan kayo, or gusto mong bumalik yung husband mo, kasi siyempre till death do us part. So that thing should be managed by both naman. But you can always attract your husband for change when you can manage your personal healing well. That's what I always tell my students. Kasi even inside, there are already stories that talagang success stories na they can already manage their relationship together. All because they have managed their personal healing first. And that's really beautiful. And I really am so happy for them. Most especially that I am their chief cheerleader. Okay. So anyway, um, let me just go ahead and double check. I hope you're doing fine. And I hope klaro naman sa'yo yung sinabi ko. Okay. Medyo ngarag ako ngayon kasi tatlong tatlong klase ba naman yun? So every day, every morning, I wake up at dawn para lang, para ano, 'di ba? Para chika sa Godly Builders Fam. And then kanina nagklase ako sa mga bata, sa high school students dito sa city namin, kasi we are actually undergoing volunteer works para sa pagturo ng values class sa mga high school students, kasi dito sa lugar namin maraming mga students na suicidal. So I'm just actually beyond blessed knowing that I can also reach out to them and share the value of family, the value of education, the value of clinging unto God's words. Kasi maraming nag-case na nag-suicide sa school na tinuturuan namin, sa National High School. And our goal is to educate the students, to teach them na valuable yung buhay nila. And I feel like I can resonate well with them. Kasi like when I was as well in elementary, when I was a kid, I had also been through suicidal thoughts. So that's why siguro naging naka-affect rin yun. I feel like naka-affect din yun yung talagang childhood ko to actually what I'm actually experiencing, to what I have experienced as well. So the childhood trauma sometimes still lingers. So anyway, I'm just happy that you're tuning in, no, for this evening. And I hope na matutunan ka. And hindi ko na pahahabain yung live na to. It had been 45 minutes. Okay. And yeah, that's it. So I'm just always here cheering you on to healing after cheating. And maybe next week I can share God's words deeper to you as well, just like what I do inside our Godly Builders fam. I just feel like for this week I needed to share a part of me to you. And it's almost really Valentine's Day. Wag kang malungkot if maybe you feel like bakit hindi pa rin naayos yung relationship namin. Naku, doon na talaga siya mas mahal na yung kabit niya, iniwan niya na kaming mga anak niya, oh, 'di ba? So, hindi ka nag-iisa, alright? And always remember that as a woman, lalo na as a mom, you're the light and the godly builder of your home. So, pangalagaan mo yung sarili mo so that you'll have enough energy to also take care of your kids, of your home, and most importantly, yourself. Because your biggest job is really to fill your cup. Kung hindi ka puno, wala kang mabibigay na energy para sa mga anak mo. Just like also when you don't love yourself, when you don't know your value, when you don't know and acknowledge who you are, ano yung worth mo, hindi yan magma-manifest sa buhay mo. Kasi kung hindi mo alam yung value mo, then how can even the people around you appreciate your value? So it's important for you to really dig deeper and understand your worth, your value, and following the principles of your creator para mas mapalago mo yung buhay mo, mag-level up ka. You'll have rapid healing and mag-level up ka talagang mas mabilis. Alright? And that's it. Take care always. I'm just always here as well, cheering you on to your healing after cheating journey. So, see you next week. God bless you. Bye for now.